Alright guys, Kellogg's Graphics here again. I was going ahead on my last video. I had wanted to show you how to reset in case I'm using some really fine little tweezers here. You can use anything that's sharp like a razor knife, something, but just be safe with it. Don't scratch your surface, don't rip the decal. What I'm going to do is I'm going to slide this up under the decal while it's still wet, which it is right now. Just enough to get a bite. I'll do this side, actually be easier. Once you get it up under there, I'm going to give it a little bit of a lift, and then move it around. So once you get that, I'm going to go ahead and put this back on this way. Give a little more spray here because it kind of dried out when I last touched it. So this time I'm going to try to go from the top and the sides. A little easier to see where I'm putting it at. Alright, there we go. There we go. Now it's settled in much better. Then I'm going to take the rag here, give it a little bit of a dab, but not too much. Don't want to grab the decal, of course, because you can tear it out, back out of its spot. You can also get junk down up under the glue. Once you do that, I'm going to use a squeegee, but you can use your fingers. But I'm going to use a squeegee just to be extra sure that the water gets out. I'm going to squeegee like that right there. There we go. And then once you do that, you can be a little more vigorous with the rag, which is don't drag it into the edges of the decal because now it's stuck down a lot better. Now if you really want to, something I forgot in the last video, I apologize, if you really want to make it stick good and quick and not have to worry about waiting, especially on a colder day like today, take a heat gun like this one. Zoom back out here. Take a heat gun like this one. I got this at Walmart, or a hair dryer. Heat gun on low setting is pretty much a little hotter than a hair dryer is on a high setting. Hair dryer is probably a little safer and easier to obtain for most people, but take a heat gun, put it on low, make sure it's warmed up. Stay back about 6 inches and just kind of lightly go over in the shape of whatever the letter is. And you'll notice if there's any air or water underneath, you make little bubbles. Just push those out with your finger, smash them back down. But this will make it, and don't get too close because you'll start melting the vinyl, which you don't want to do. But this is going to heat set it. So it's going to dry out any water underneath, and it's going to bond it, so you don't have to worry about it coming loose later. So it's a big help. And just do that a little bit until it gets warm. You can feel it with your fingertips, as long as it's warm. It doesn't need to be hot. If it's hot, you could mess with your vinyl again. And once you're done with that, turn it off. Place it safely out of the way. Don't get burned by that tip. It's really hot. I've done that up many times. And that should be all. Now, if you don't want to do, actually, before I end here, if you want to do the regular set way, what you'll do is peel this back, because you can do wet set also. It's just a lot harder to see through the tape. That's why I had on the first video and this one as well. Or sorry, the first video only, not this one. I showed you guys how to take it off. This is the normal way you take off a decal anyways. You peel off the backing and, you know, the decal stays separate. So you peel this off, toss the hard backing behind, and now you have a decal in reverse fashion where it's going to stick. Now what you can do, it's a little hard. I'm going to show you why I recommend peeling it off, because if you put it on this way, you can't really see exactly where it's going, but it does help. Some people like this better. It's harder to see the indentation underneath, so it pretty much makes it almost impossible to line up properly. I don't recommend it, because then you have to spray the masking tape, get it wet so you can see through it, and get it soft, you know, saturated. And as you see, it's very hard. I'll zoom in here so you can see it a little better. It's very hard to let me get there we go. Excuse my crazy camera tactics here. Okay, so it's harder to, you can't see it, as you can tell here. See, you can't see through it very well because it's you can see the indentation, so it helps a little bit. But you could do this for your initial lay down if you like, and peel back and look at it and see where it's at. The problem is Yeah, see, I didn't get this one exactly on there. The problem with that is if you don't get it exactly on there, you're still going to end up having to take the decal off, and then you risk damaging it more than the first time. So actually, this one didn't end up too bad. It's a little off on the left here, so I'm going to dig up under the side. Be very careful. Peel it back. Make sure to keep equal pressure on all sides of the decal, so you don't pull on one side and tear. Especially with these T's, it's really easy to tear off one of the sides. So now I go back to the original fashion, lining it up, laying it in, and then slowly smashing that T in there. And if you use the heat gun and you don't like how if it's not lined up exactly like you like, you can slightly move the decal. I'm going to show you here. You just don't want to do this too much though, because it'll end up misshapen the decal and you'll have a lot of not a good time. If you're really easy with it, you can kind of move it with your fingertips, just push it ever so slightly to get it to line up even better on the indentation that you're using. But other than that, thanks for watching my videos. Hopefully this one helped a little more for the overall layability. But once again, leave comments in the comment section or go to my webpage, Kellogg's Graphics, Facebook at Kellogg's Graphics, Facebook/Kellogg's Graphics with an IX instead of an ICS. So GRAPHIX, Kellogg's Graphics. And like my page, and you can watch more posts and stuff there as well. Thanks for watching.